Okay. Okay, so we are live. So, hi everybody. I hope you guys can hear us. Hope you guys can see us. I am joined by two fellow Filipino YouTubers, John Luke and Shancurty Ignacio. I would like for my co-hosts to introduce themselves. Would like to go first.
um, uh, okay, okay. My name is SHANCURTY Ignacio. I am a YA fantasy and contemporary author. I am also an author, tuber, an artist, and a singer. Yeah.
Ooh, singer.
She's very talented.
Very multifaceted. Hi, it's my turn now. Hi, I'm John Luke. I am a soon-to-be self-published author, and I am currently writing a sci-fi and fantasy novel, and it's coming out, crossing my fingers, on December 2020. So hopefully December 2020, it's gonna come
Yay!
out. So I'm
Yay.
super excited. That's it.
Um, so everybody know me. I am Nicole Marcina. This is my channel, and I would like to point out something that I noticed. John Luke is going to be a self-published author. I know Shankurti will be a traditionally published author,
Yes.
right? And then I am a hybrid. So you guys have the best of both worlds here on the stream. So
Nice.
yeah,
Woo.
we are just waiting for KASHAY if she would be able to join us. But we all know that she is on her mental health break, and we wish her all the best. Um, so for this week's stream, this is actually our typewriter stream. So before we proceed to, because this stream is not only for our writing sprints, but it is also for a good cause. But I'd like to ask my fellow writers, what will they be working on for tonight?
I'll go first.
Yes.
Yeah. So I It's okay. I'm trying to be a gentleman na ladies first, di ba? Ayun. So, hindi, sige, ako
Okay.
muna.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm currently writing my sci-fi and fantasy novel, so I am continuing to work on that, and hopefully I can finish more than a chapter. More than a chapter, yes. So,
Hey,
yeah.
Yay.
Shankar?
So for me, I'm going to be working on my YA fantasy retelling of Sleeping Beauty. It is part of my Celestial Prophecy trilogy that I will be traditionally publishing soon. So very excited once I finish this second book of the trilogy series. I will be working on my project Anastasia retelling, like the third book in my trilogy series. So yeah,
you're a fast writer. You will be able to finish that within this
yeah.
month.
Thanks.
You should see how many pages she's able to write during one stream, and how big that paper is. I can't do that. Um, for me, I already wrote for TIOH and TSOH this morning. What I will be working on is this short story that I plan to put on my Patreon and on Wattpad as well. I will be handwriting first, and then I will transfer what I can to the typewriter that my son is currently touching right now. Like I said, this stream isn't just for our writing sprints. We are doing this as a fundraising event as well. Our country has been hit by a typhoon. We named it Ulysses here, and um, it was every all of the victims is I I just don't know how to say it. But it really devastated the country, and um, help isn't I'm not I don't want to get into politics, but let's just say that help here isn't that quick, but on our end this is
Yeah.
what we are able to do. And I watched one of John Luke's videos, and he did mention ways we can help. Uh, for this week, we've decided to collaborate with village people to help donate what we can for the victims. So, John Luke, if you could explain to us what Village People is, who Village People is.
Yes, thank you. Village People is an online and print magazine based here in the Philippines. It has been operational since I think for 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but more importantly is what Nicole mentioned is the campaign that we do have is it's called 20 Bayanihan. If you have 20 pesos to spare, as low as 20 pesos, it'll help a lot of displaced families that was struck by Ulysses, and not only Ulysses, but the previous storm as well, Raleigh PH. We call it Raleigh here in the Philippines. I don't know the international name, but yeah. So yeah, we've already raised more than 20,000 pesos. I'm not sure how to convert that in dollars. So, but yeah, but 20,000 pesos, and we've already been able to buy a lot of supplies, and then we've also invited other companies to join, like My Phone or Sip Water, to donate relief goods as well, the essentials basically. So I'm super. This is a great opportunity to help others. Yeah, for 20 pesos, you can help a lot of people.
Okay, thank you, John. Go ahead, John. John,
No, I'm good. Yes, that's it.
Hmm?
I thought you were gonna say something, John.
Oh yeah, Sean. Yeah, sorry.
Are you
Ano?
gonna say
What?
something?
No.
I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Are you sure? I thought you were going to say
No.
something.
Ah, no, 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 no.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Um, so
Okay.
um, the donation form is in the description. Wait, I prepared a banner for this. What am I doing this? The donation form is in the description, and the email address to the PayPal in the description as well. I will leave that form and that email address in the description until the whole month of December. Um, please donate whatever it is that you can, and by next week I would also include book links. John, can you please help me with this? Of fellow authors as well that just recently published a book because I watched it from John's videos.
Oh yeah, the two books, the book drive. You
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
we will do that as well.
yeah. So there are two books. One is called The Unrequited. It was written by Dr. Raymond Oliver Cruz. For if you purchase that book, the proceeds will go to the Ruth Foundation. It's a hospice care foundation, so they take care of the elderly as well. The second book is Nobody's Adventure. It was written by Rick Eldred Babico, and the author is actually from Catanduanes, their family was their town. The whole actually Catanduanes was hit by Raleigh, the storm Raleigh. Proceeds from the purchase of that book will go to the displaced families that was hit by Raleigh in Catanduanes. So yes, thank you. Thank
Because
you. This is so cool. This is so cool. Thank you for inviting me.
yeah, you're very welcome. Um, because here in our country, it's the Bicol area, right? And Catanduanes were the first ones to be hit by the recent storms, and it was one storm after the other. So they haven't recovered it from this storm, then another one comes in. So we are going to do everything that we can to help everybody, and if we could, on our end, if anyone's watching this from the Philippines, if we could send not just like money, but like clothes and food and any other necessities, medicine, especially for the infants. I saw that some of the victims have infants. Some are even pregnant. So if we could, provide for them as well, then we should. That's going to be our part. Um, it's kind of my thinking that if the government, won't do it as fast as they can, or they're just waiting for, if they're stalling for time, um, we shouldn't wait. We should do something about it as Filipinos. So that's just my thinking. I'm not forcing it on anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay. Okay. So let us get into the comments. I've seen this Karen for for other streams. I don't know what this um user is. But I will repeat what Sarah Sutton said during her stream. If you're a bot, please. We are very well. Sarah said we are very welcoming to everybody except for bots and rude people. So, but I can relate. Wattpad TB5, yeah, I know that. That's that's like a series here, right? In TB5 Wattpad. Nicole Swanson is here. Hi, Nikki. I have a feeling there are some streams where there are a lot of Nicoles, and Nicole is one of them. I will also be having a stream with Nikki. When was that? I think on the 28th, but that's like 2 a.m. our time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I would just take a nap for maybe an hour and then wake up again for the stream. But I'm very very excited for it. Okay. So are we ready for our first sprint? This is going to be our warm up for
Yes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yep. Alright.
Warm up. I just pray that it won't crash, it won't lag, and my charger won't move because one wrong move. I'm gonna go bye bye. Gabby, would you please move away from it? Move away from it kasi baka ano mo yung... Okay, so is everybody ready? How
Yes.
do we move the camera? Okay. There we go. Okay. I switched it. Okay, so let us start with our first sprint of the night in three, two, one, start. We can mute our mics, everything. And that is for our first sprint. How did everybody do?
I did 212 words. 212.
So
Is that
Awesome.
good?
so for me, I
Is that
already
okay?
did 2 words. I 2 words, 2 pages.
You did two
Yep.
pages in 10 minutes?
Wow.
In 10 minutes, you did two
Yes.
pages. I
It's a
told you
messy
she's a fast
handwriting though.
writer. I told you she's a fast
Thanks.
writer and she could fill up those two big
Wow.
pages.
I don't have the strength to write.
How?
So, bawa ko, bawa.
um, mm, I didn't got a lot of words done. And in compared to Sean, this notebook is a lot smaller. Yeah. But I had to take care of the little one because he doesn't listen. He's not listening right now. So being a mom comes first. And just when I said Nina is here. Hi, Nina. So Nina is the other Pinoy author tuber that I mentioned. She is she's still busy with school, and I hope that on her summer break she would be able to join us. And I think she is still busy tonight, so take it easy.
Hi, Nina. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah. I miss you too. She was actually the first Pinoy author tuber that I get to stream with, and um her schoolwork just piled up, and I told her if she needs to focus on school more, but I will be supporting her writing because she does write every now and then. But schoolwork, she said, does take a lot. That's okay. Gabby, what are you doing? Get off the floor. It's cold. Okay. Okay, Weird is here. Hello, hello, everybody. Um, does anybody want to share the very last line they wrote for the previous sprint? Who would like to go first? Just share
um
the last line. Share the last line.
Me? Okay, I'm going to read the whole sentence.
It's up
Um
to you.
okay.
This looks like school.
Um
We were reading.
yes. Um you couldn't break the spell. You won't, and you can't bring back the past. Very
Okay,
weird.
the last
Sounds
Yes.
one
very
taught me that.
serious. My turn. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh, the
Yes.
guard paced toward the dungeons to fetch the desperate elf. This red guard had his head high. With enough brute force, he stomped his way to the captive's prison. So I think that was more
Ooh.
than that was actually three sentences. Sorry.
Why do I feel like I'm the most amateur writer in this industry?
Well, come on.
So maybe I think it's because I am drafting. This is the first draft, so usually
Yes.
the first draft is just. Don't say yes, Sean. Your first draft is awesome. Don't say
No.
that. Well, mine says he's brought home a few pies and he wanted for you to taste it. That's it. That's the last line. Even in my story, food gets brought into this conversation. That's where my mind is. Nicole said there's a lot of Nicole's on author tube, so yeah. I didn't get any words done that time, but I did drink my morning smoothie. Awesome.
Yes.
Please have your breakfast as well.
Okay, now I need my
Uh,
coffee.
I debated on making one. No, because I was like, well, I am doing, in my mind, I'm doing this stream with two friends, so I won't be sleepy. But if I'm doing this by myself, I will need the coffee. that that's me. Nicole said my last line is this creature looked like something out of a nightmare.
Ooh.
I just had a
Yeah.
nightmare this afternoon. This hits me right there. Does anybody have a nightmare where they just get abducted?
Maybe.
No, mine's a little more morbid than being abducted. You know, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
want to
that was
mention because it's too morbid. Too morbid for
that,
public.
that was my nightmare this afternoon. I will not even call it a nightmare, but that was my bad dream this afternoon. I had a dream that I was abducted, and now I am afraid to go outside just to buy something.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not a good sign because I'm the one who buys things here when my husband is not home.
That's
Don't
a
sleep on the
future.
floor.
It's a future novel for you.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
based
Yes.
on your
think.
nightmare. Just imagine.
I have a lot of nightmares and I try not to think about them, but they keep on replaying in my head. And a few writer friends did tell me, well, if it's that horrific and it keeps replaying in your mind, then you should write it. And I'm like,
Yes.
I don't want to write horror. And they said, well, if it's gruesome in your mind, you should write it.
Good advice.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna replay it again and again. I'm gonna reread it again and again because I'm a pantser. I do a lot of drafts. I don't want to go through the torture. But who knows? Maybe in the future I would be brave enough to write those down. But now, nope, nope, nope. Uh, how about you guys? Do you plan to write like out something that's outside of your genre? Do you plan to write something that's out of your genre in the future? Who wants to go
I
first?
actually wrote horror.
You are brave.
I haven't tried horror, but before this novel, I actually tried to draft my. It's a nonfiction book about my experiences in life, but it's not that easy. It's not easy to write your own story. I mean,
Hmm.
it's
Mm.
not easy. Yeah. So I scrapped that. I put that aside, and then did my sci-fi novel. Yeah.
Well, well, writing your story is like putting your walls down, and it's not easy to be vulnerable, especially when you know like, this world is corrupted by evil, and some people can use it against you.
True. True.
I have
Mm-hmm.
trust issues.
Yeah, and it's scary. It's scary to write your experiences. Something
It
that's so
is.
personal,
Yeah.
so personal,
Mm-mm.
and everybody's
Mm.
going to know. And it's just scary. It's just scary.
And then sometimes they're gonna like hold it against you, like, well, we had this experience, that means yada yada yada.
Yeah,
The
Mm-hmm.
judgmental people. So it's really hard.
yeah. But I am interested in writing a cyberpunk uh,
Ooh,
Oh.
I
novel.
like.
So maybe after this, I had a few couple of ideas. So I'm excited to finish this, so I can start with another
Yee!
one.
Sean, I have what's your horror story about?
It's actually a sci-fi horror novel that is inspired by Bird Box from the Netflix movie. So
I haven't seen
very
Bird Box.
scary. It's also based on my personal experiences. So I haven't actually continued writing that since
What?
the my fantasy novel, I'm currently writing that, and my contemporary romance. So I haven't actually continued that.
So
That could
whoa,
be
wait,
really.
you're
Yeah.
writing two books at the same time?
Yeah, I write
Actually
three.
maybe eight
I write
books.
three.
You're crazy. I mean, I
Yes.
can't even. I'm trying to finish
I'm
my
trying to
one book.
juggle like many couple of books.
Wow, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Like I said, she's a faster writer, so she can do a lot more books than me. I just finished the first draft, and then when I finish the first draft of this one, I take a month break, then I start another one while I work on the
Mm,
others. So it piles up, but at least because there's just so many ideas, and
mm,
I don't plot, and if I miss if I miss those ideas, they might not come back. In regards to personal experience, I never write them in story form. I write them in song form.
Mm.
Most of my classmates know that my songs are my personal diaries, so they were requesting me to put it out, and I'm like, you want me to put out something that's very private?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of people who are holding my past against me, and I just don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. You're trying to
Mm-hmm.
move forward, and you don't want the drama and all of that. You're not gonna grow if you stay there. Come on, people. Okay, so are we ready for our next sprint for 15 minutes? 15, 15, 15. I
Yes.
almost said.
Yeah, but I am going to get a cup of coffee because
Sure, go
I
Jealous.
ahead.
need one.
You,
I
you
need
can
one.
do it. Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, you can start the clock if you want, uh,
mm,
but I am going to get my coffee.
I will add 10 minutes to this. 10 minutes, 10 seconds rather. Sorry, I'm gonna add 10 seconds. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Where's the clock? There it is. Okay, so the next sprint will start in three, two, one, start.
Oh, oh, 301.
And that is
301.
for our second
Yeah,
sprint. 301. Wow,
301
nice.
words. I can see you doing that.
And you, Sean, how many pages? I was doing this a while ago, so how many pages did you write this time?
3 pages.
Wow. I'm already struggling on the. I think this is the third page on my end. So yeah, this is the third page on my end. I plan to just finish this page and then I will head to the typewriter. I also just received a message that my husband is on his way home. So this little one is about to go to bed. It's time for your. It's almost past your bed. It's actually past your bedtime. You know. Okay, so what was the last line you wrote for that sprint?
I'll find one that is very nice. Uh, the celestial gods would never do such a thing. Not even you. You have no power to change anything. Yeah.
Nice, I
Thank
like
you.
that.
My turn. Okay. Uh, yeah.
Yes.
The dark's
Yep.
embrace gave him
Yes.
solace, and the light was now his nemesis. That was the last sentence.
Oh, your lines are better than mine. Should I even share my last one? My last one.
Come on. Come on.
Mine just said, smiling, the butler returned and gave me the letter. You guys probably know where this is coming from. It's gonna be a love
Nice.
letter.
So if I may ask, it's a
Um,
romance novel that you're writing. It's a
yes.
romance.
For this one, I planned for this to be like a romance short story, but me being an overwriter, I think short stories are impossible. But it's something to try, right? Because if I don't try, I'll never know. So yeah, we'll see if it will become a short story. But if it won't become a short story, it will be a novelette or a novella because this story is actually not from my personal experience. I'm writing this for a friend. Yeah, because one time he messaged me. I have this story in mind because he was a fellow writer when I was in high school, and he was like, I have this story in my head. It's about me, falling in love, and then nothing came of it. And I told him, yeah, you should write it. You should give it a try. And he said, no, I want you to write it. Like, in why me? And he just said he trusts me with the story, and I will make him read it every now and then, just for him to check if it's accurate or if it's fine if I played around with the plot, because he just gave me, this is what happened. And I told him, well, I will be needing to change a few things just to make it interesting. And he said, that's fine. Just make it a fun story. But the story isn't supposed to be fun. It's written by a heartbroken man. So yeah, it's gonna be a sad one. And I want the ending to be like the story was written for you in a type of way. But I don't know how to get there. But who knows? So yes. Sorry. It's making me build this thing, and then I am not good with puzzles, so I'm not good with this as well. I know. I don't know where it goes. Also, next week I have another stream by the last Wednesday. If you guys want to join, let me know on Instagram so I can send you the links as well. It will be at the same time. That stream would be me trying to reach 10,000 words in a day. So if you guys are interested, you guys can come. And maybe, who knows? Maybe we can all reach 10K in a
Yes.
day. In a day.
Oh,
That
but
would be.
same time, same day.
Yep, same time,
Same.
same day.
Okay.
I salute those who can do 10K in one stream. I have seen people who can do that. One stream you can do 10K.
Wow.
How?
There are even streamers that will be no, they'll be streaming for 10 hours. They will be writing
Yeah.
for ten
Yeah.
hours. That's amazing.
I would love to do that, but I can't. I
Yeah,
have so many things to do.
yeah. I have a day
Mm.
job, and
Me too.
yeah,
Mm.
maybe on a weekend.
If it's going to be on John's channel on the weekend, I will join. I only do co-hostings on weekends because on weekends as much as possible I try not to write or anything.
Do
But if
that.
it's co-hosting, I agree during weekends,
Yeah.
just so
Okay.
I can get words done as well.
Hmm.
Also, Sean, when is gonna be your stream? I'm waiting for hers as well.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for her to like, hey, I have a stream.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
just going to
just
wait
waiting
though.
for her. Yeah, I try not to do a lot of streams here on YouTube because everybody is streaming. But I have I do two streams in a week for my Patreon, but on YouTube I only just do one because I also edit videos. I haven't uploaded a video this week, so I am it's the burnout. I am feeling it again, so I have to step back. But the streams are consistent.
Maybe I'll try to schedule a stream by the end of the month.
Mhm.
So just to feel it out because it's going to be
Mm.
my first. So yeah, so I want to try. So just to get it out of the way, and this is how it feels like. Yeah,
I was very
yeah,
nervous during my first stream.
yeah. Thinking about it makes me nervous already. So
Mm.
I was very nervous, but when I invited writer friends to come along, it made everything fun. It's better to have friends on the stream other than doing it by yourself because when you're doing it
Yes.
on your own, you're like, I'm talking to myself. It's not fun.
this is
Mm.
way more fun. This is way more fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so by next month, I am also deciding if I should do streams next month because it is December, and you know what December means. It's time to prepare for that certain holiday. And I know everybody's busy during December because November is Nano, and December becomes like the month where most writers would like edit their works. They focus on revising and editing. So um, who knows? I My main goal for next month is to invite like Kate Kavanaugh on the stream. Um, yeah,
Favorite.
I saw your face. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But yeah, that's the goal.
Yes.
And so I would love to collaborate with her. She's fun to watch.
Mm.
And I also hope that by December there would be more of us here on YouTube, like more Pinoy author tubers. And if that happens, I'm going to buy the paid version of StreamYard so all of us can fit into one screen.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the free version can only do six.
6 or 8.
Yeah, six.
And then
Mm.
So
six. Oh, six.
mm, so that happens. I'm going to buy the paid version so we can all fit in one stream. That would be cool. Like a lot of
Yes.
us.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be awesome.
Yeah, because when I started my AutoTube channel, like when they asked, where are you from? And then when I say from the Philippines, they're like, oh really? And I feel like, am I from Mars or something? Am I from another planet? Yeah, yeah. And then ever since then, I was like on the lookout for fellow author Pinoy author tubers. There's another one here. Is this? I'm not sure if this is a bot or something. I think this might be a bot
It might be. It doesn't show.
Yes.
because
It
Mm.
doesn't.
it's the same surname.
Or maybe we should block him.
Yes.
Or
We're promoting Wattpad books. I support Wattpad, but
Yes. Mm.
why? I have nothing against Wattpad. I mean, I didn't have that much success on Wattpad, but my classmates in high school did because their stories were aligned with the famous Wattpad stories back then. Like, she's dating a gangster. Drop
Yes.
back in your dead. Their stories were aligned there, and me, of course, being a friend, I'm like, go, do it, just go, and they just wonder why I never pursued Wattpad, and I'm like, I don't think my story is worth it to be on Wattpad because it's fan fiction.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you ever
yeah.
written fan fiction? Have you ever written fan fiction?
It's cringy.
I'm sorry. What's the question?
Have you ever written fan fiction before, like writing your own story?
Very,
Like, have
very
you written fan?
cringy.
No, no, no.
It's an
So,
anime fan fiction for me.
Which anime? Which anime? Which anime? Which
Um,
anime?
Spirited Away and Hikaru no Go.
Spirited Away.
Hayao Miyazaki Spirited Away.
My sister's gonna love that. My youngest sister is actually a writer as well, but she doesn't want to go on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like doing this when I see her. You're going to do YouTube. You're going to join YouTube. And she's like, nope.
I'm going to YouTube. Trying to do that whirly thing that
Yeah,
hypnotize people.
Mm.
yeah, and she's very shy, and she's like, I'm satisfied by writing on my own. Thank you. And I'm like, okay. But she actually has more readers on Wattpad than I am, and I'm very very proud of her, because for me, like, that's my sister. Like, like they're two writers in the family. Who knew? There's not many lot of us in the family.
Mm.
So your fan fiction is anime.
Yes. Spirited Away,
My
Hikaru no Go.
she's really gonna love that. She's really gonna love that. I think my fan fiction is typical. It's Justin Bieber. It's typical. But other
Yes.
than Justin Bieber, I had fan fiction of Peter Pan. I had fan
Ooh.
fiction of Narnia. I even had Star Wars.
Ooh.
Ooh. So if I
Yes.
were to
At
write fan
that.
fiction, Star Wars would be it. If I were,
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Mm-mm.
Those you could see where the inspiration comes in. It's Peter Pan, Narnia, and Star Wars.
Yes.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be my main three.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Lord of the Rings,
Lord of the
but
Rings.
Star Wars was first in my heart when I was a kid.
Me too. Me too.
Star Wars was first, so yeah. What my Star Wars fanfic was it revolved around Anakin, so I think that's a given.
The prequels. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a given. Because I felt like I couldn't touch the original three movies, because I'm like, I hold them in such respect. Like, I'm not touching you. You're perfect. Stay there.
Which one is your favorite? Your
In
all-time
the
favorite?
originals or the prequels?
Anything. Any.
Oh,
Your
um,
all-time favorite Star Wars movie.
this is going to be
Shan, if you
difficult.
have also a favorite.
And
It's gonna be
what's
difficult.
that? The Last Jedi?
This
Oh,
is
you
going
The
to be
did.
newest
That's
version.
what you like.
this is going to be a
Yeah.
difficult answer.
Mine is the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Precise Black. Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it's
my favorite one.
it's between the Return of, am I saying the right? Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the
The
Sith.
Return of the Jedi. Yes.
Yeah, that those two are
Either.
going to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's hard to choose because I
Revenge of
like,
the Sith. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, it's because I found like Revenge of the Sith interesting. Like you see how Anakin spiraled down into being Darth Vader, and in Return of the Jedi, I think what I liked about that is just how the story progressed. Because of course, A New Hope is the introduction, and then The Empire Strikes Back. Look, I could never forget that movie. But there's just something about Return of the Jedi that gets me. Um, maybe it's how father and son reconciled at the end, and
Yes, and
yeah,
how
and
Mm-hmm.
then
he brought Anakin back to the light. You
yeah,
know,
Mm-hmm.
the
it's
feels,
amazing. Yeah,
the feels.
I want to
Um,
see you with my own eyes. Took out the helmet. Yeah.
oh, my dad knows every line of that film. We are watching and he would say it, and I'm like, how do you know every line that goes into this movie? I watched this a couple of times. Of course, I know every line, and I'm like, now I know where I got it. I haven't. Well, I've watched The Force Awakens. I haven't watched The Last Jedi yet. But I like the porg. Was it porgs? Was it porgs? Is it
Yeah, the
is it
pork.
porgs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The porgs. I like the porgs. It was just me and cute little animal thingies, but I like the porgs.
You can watch it if you want to watch it, but I've watched all 9 movies, and I am not. I don't like the sequels, the sequel trilogy.
Which
Never did.
which Oh, so like the original, the prequels, and the
The
next
sequel
three.
trilogy. Yeah.
Mm, I have
The-
heard mixed reviews about the sequels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the last one. The Rise of Skywalker isn't. It's it's trash. I mean, it's trash for me. It's my opinion. Okay, I'm
I
sorry
didn't
if I'm
want.
offending anyone.
We're very sorry. But I didn't want to watch the Rise of the Skywalker because
Rise
of
of Skywalker.
Palpatine. I'm like, he's dead. Why are you bringing him back?
Yeah, exactly.
He's dead. I'm like, can you just keep him dead and find another villain and stuff
Yeah,
like
there
that?
was no plan
Mm.
at all. There was no plan.
Or I
No
thought that was
planning
like,
involved.
I thought when they said it was like Rise of the Skywalker, I'm like, oh, so Ben's gonna come back into the light side. It's gonna be That's why it's the Rise of Skywalker because it's the bloodline of the Skywalker. And then I heard the ending, and I'm like, well, okay. I will watch it. I will watch it when I am calm enough. But with The Last Jedi, I enjoyed the porks, and also I enjoyed, of course, Luke Skywalker's appearance. But a lot of people were um, just, I don't know, they were offended because they love the character so much, and I'm not that like, I don't like go in depth with the stories. Of course, I watch everything to enjoy and stuff like that. So when you hear like like the critics and the commentary channels like nitpicking everything, you're just like, oh, I didn't know that this is possible and stuff like that. So, but I still respect Star Wars as one of my inspirations because, well, if you've seen Star Wars as a kid, your imagination is just like, ooh, I didn't know that was possible. And then time travel exists. I don't know, I would like for that to happen, but will it happen? Do you think that will happen? That kind of technology? Do you think it will happen in our planet? Do you think we have the capacity to like invent those kinds of things? While I
Yeah,
prepare the next
Maybe.
script.
yeah. For example, the lightsaber. Someone already
Yeah.
invented a plasma lightsaber. It's on YouTube, and it's amazing. But
Mm.
you need to have like a power pack behind you. I mean, you need some parang source of power where the lightsaber can. Yeah. We're getting there, I guess.
Mm-mm. Yes.
I would love to have a lightsaber.
I'm sorry.
I would like to have that lightsaber. Does it come with the sound when you turn it on? Does it
Yes,
have the sound?
Mm.
yes. I actually have
Yeah.
Anakin's lightsaber replica. I'll show.
Where?
I'll, I'll
Where? 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 Where?
It's in
Where?
it's in
Where?
the other on the other unit. I will.
I would
I'll
like to
send you a
see that.
picture. Yeah.
Mm,
That would be
Maybe in
nice.
our next stream, I'll bring that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yes,
That would be
that's
cool.
cool. That's
yes.
cool. A lightsaber. My dad has like this. Well, he had like some. It was a lightsaber. It has the sound. When you do it, like it's like it collapses. And when you open it like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that sword, but that was so precious to me. And I'm like, oh, and I was thinking about it. Where did that sword go to? And I asked my dad, Daddy, did you sell it? And he said, I think I did. Like, no, no, no. I'm gonna buy my own. I'm gonna buy my own. I'm gonna buy all three colors. Nicole
We
said,
have comments.
I feel that way about Harry Potter. I thought it was stupid. Yeah, Harry Potter is
Yes,
another book series that had a lot of
love that.
attention. Had a lot of attention. Yeah. But do you guys like because ever since what with what J.K. Rowling said about about that a whole transgender
Ah,
man, do you guys believe that an author's work should be separated from the author itself, like like that stuff? Am I saying it right? What do you think? Do you think the work should be separated from the author itself, or are those two combined as one?
it it totally just depends. Like it's just like the people's opinions of that author and the book.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever she wants to write, she will write
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted to share that message to the world. And yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't think you should crucify the author.
mm,
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't think it's relevant. I mean, we love the Harry Potter
mm,
stories. I love it. Uh, as a story, as the book, as the novel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, uh, that's just one side of the planet. But on the other side, as the author, I don't like her very much. I do love Harry Potter. I love
yes,
it.
Yeah.
I have the
mm-hmm,
book, but the author is just
mm,
Mm.
she could be better.
yes,
Well, she did release like a new book, and that also got a lot of attention because of what the story was about. I don't know if I would be picking up a copy of that. But a lot of people were just like like they some said that her recent book like supports her statements on that matter. And I'm of the mindset that, like, what John said, a author's work is different. Um,
mm-hmm,
their personal views, that's theirs. But of course, because you can see the difference. Like in Harry Potter, like people say that you are in with the Harry Potter series, whatever you are, whichever you are, whoever you are accepted, you are loved. There's a place for you to go. And if her personal opinion is different from that, then I would go with the books. The Harry
mm-hmm,
Potter books, rather. I would go with the books because um, I don't know what her religion is, but if she is Christian, then I understand that. But I'm a Christian as well. But I'm of the mindset that everybody should be accepted. Everybody should be loved because
mm-hmm,
we're not here, to we're not made to put a barrier on each other. We're here to be, united as one. So that's just my opinion.
yes,
We're not saying anything bad against the author. We're just saying that our opinions.
Yes,
We're
in
not
our
anti
opinion.
this, anti that. We're not pro this, pro that. We're just saying here's the two sides of the story. Um, Victorian. Oh, hi, Victorian. She said he or she. Oh, please. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I agree. The last trilogy is trash. This is about the
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
It canceled
Yes.
the original. Yeah, that's what they were saying. because it's like the sequel trilogy is like a rehashed version of the original trilogy. That's what they were saying.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Some of the last, like the Last Jedi, is uh, some parts Revenge of the Sith, some
Mm-hmm.
parts Return of the Jedi. It was a
Mm-hmm.
mishmash of you know of the previous movies, all mixed up in one
Mm.
blender, and then yeah, and it
Um,
became trash.
we had to go there. We had to go there.
Yeah, in my
Um,
opinion, again, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yes.
There's no wrong or right opinion. Everybody has their opinions. Okay, as long as it's
Mhm.
not harmful, you're good. Okay, and Nicole said I thought she what she did was so unbelievably wrong. She should have kept her opinions to herself. Yeah, there are some opinions that
Yes.
you can share, and there are some opinions that well just keep it to yourself.
Mm.
Okay, so are we ready for the next sprint? We are going for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the next sprint will start in three, two, one, start. And that is time. How did
I
everybody
wait.
do for that sprint?
I'm trying to find where I stopped. Dali.
Go ahead, Sean. You first.
I did 2 pages this time.
Nice. Wait a second. I'm trying to find the tree. The tree.
Should have placed a marker.
Okay, there we go. I would like color or highlight the very last word that I wrote the previous sprint, and then I do it every time I start another one. I debated on putting on my mic because the typewriter might be too loud for the microphone. Was it too
No.
loud?
Yep.
I was afraid it was too loud. Oh yeah, but she's gonna make an introduction. Here
Oh,
she is.
nice. That's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a, it's been a while. Also, I don't have a baby with me anymore because my husband just arrived. That's why I turned off my camera
Oh yeah.
because he
Okay.
came home
There, I found it.
and I had to do other stuff.
So I
Go.
did 361 words. Yeah.
Awesome. Yay.
Nice one.
I got 370 words handwritten
Damn.
during the whole.
Mm.
But because I'm done with the handwriting, I am now transferring words here, and then I think I will be brainstorming for the spin-off, for the first spin-off of the story. I just need to write down the synopsis just so I know what's going to happen. That's how everything starts. I was going to ask something and then I forgot. Oh yeah. Before while I try to remember it, what was the last line you wrote?
The first. Okay. Yes, you are dead. You are just a nameless ghost. You are inconsequential. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we? This is the last line. Okay. You are inconsequential. You are non-existent. You're not
Oh,
even
wow.
considered as energy. Yes, my dear traitor, you are dead indeed. So that was the last line.
Wow. That's
Yeah, it's
heavy.
dark. It's super dark. I'm sorry.
Um,
Wait, what?
for
Go ahead, Sean.
for mine, it is I had found you and I already love you since the day you were born.
Oh,
Ah,
that's me like loving romance so much, but I love that. I love that line. It's nice.
Nice.
You're going to imagine that would be nice if that's true in if that happens in reality. Like someone loves you ever since you were born, and that's it's just the two of you.
Mm.
Wouldn't it be nice? I can't sing that song. I might get copyright claim, so I can't sing that song here.
How about you?
My last line would be this is on the typewriter. Is that true, mother? Is that why I don't have the real power?
Mm,
I don't know why.
intriguing.
I don't know why I wrote
Yes.
that line. I'm whenever I'm doing my rewrites, I'm like, I why did I wrote that? Why did I wrote that line that way? I could have just said it this way, but it's still going to change, but it's gonna stay there. Kashay just messaged me, and she thought that our stream was at the very last Wednesday, and I told her it's fine. We are still going to do 2 sprints, 125 and 10, if you guys are still up for 2 sprints.
Yeah, sure. Tonight, like now,
Yeah,
I
right?
don't
Tonight,
know.
yeah. No,
tonight.
no, no. We're going. The plan is we're going to do 125, and then we're going to do a cool down of 10 after. So are you still up? Sean,
I'm all
your
good.
handwriting. I know the pain of handwriting, so I'm gonna ask you, can you still do 25 and a 10?
Yes,
You can still do it. Okay.
I'll try.
Have you vlogged? Have you filmed the vlog for this week? I haven't. Just a
Uh,
question.
Two.
She has filmed the vlog.
I'm going to record tomorrow with someone. Yes.
I am going to watch that recent. Is it? It's an interview, right? Your recent upload.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
very behind with my AutoTube hours. So if anybody's watching this on the replay, guys, I am watching your videos. Just let me catch up. I'm so sorry. Let me catch up. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I try to calculate how many hours in a day do I spend on YouTube. So just to track that. What was it you're gonna say, John?
Oh yeah. So I I I'm going to subscribe on Shan Curtis
Thank
YouTube
you.
channel. So I do need to check it out. So I'm going to check out the link. It's in the
Yeah.
description, right? Yeah, I'm gonna.
Everybody's links are in the description. Their social medias, their author tube channels, they're in the description. Everybody's in the description. Um, I would also love to have you during my streams with the writing fam, with Kashay, Grayson, Sid, Sean. You're familiar with them. I know you are. I see you on every stream. I would like to have you guys on that as well.
I do have a
um,
video
yeah.
that I just posted earlier. Uh, I did mention you,
Oh my
Nicole. I did
God.
mention you, and then I said I was trying to figure out the schedule like Nicole is doing, and I'm really not the habit person kind of
I'm
guy.
gonna have. I don't really write every day. It's just because it's NaNoWriMo that I write
Yes.
almost every day.
I
But
mean,
what's
what I meant is you post like you have creative Mondays, right? So you have that
yeah, just not
that
this month, guys. Just not this month. Not this month.
so you have that schedule, and I'm trying to follow that schedule. So like like now every Wednesday, I was thinking I can do videos on writing progress on my debut album. Kakanta na. No,
Mm.
debut novel. I'm thinking of singing. I was thinking of singing, and then kaya
Who
nasabi ko
knows?
album. Yeah,
Who
sorry.
knows? Who knows?
Novel. Yeah.
Hmm. You should also be present at our Filipino streams. Every second Wednesday, I hold a Filipino stream. Sean and I did that last week. We teach, not really teach. We just share
Yes.
like, uh,
Filipino words.
uh, yeah, Filipino words. Sean had very interesting Filipino words last week. Do you still
I will
remember
check
your
that
words?
out.
Do you still remember your words?
Yeah.
Yeah. But every second Wednesday, that actually started when I met Nina. So when we did our first sprint stream, that it was actually her first stream as well. So I made it into a Filipino themed stream, and I thought this is a good way to establish us Pinoy other tubers and to introduce us as well. So and then we teach Filipino words. With Nina, it's different. She lives in Mindanao, so what happens is this is the English word. I say it in Tagalog because I'm in Cavite, and then she says it in Visaya, which is in Mindanao. So there are three words to learn from, and I find it interesting. So wait, John, where are you from? Because Sean is in Laguna, right? You're in Laguna. If I remember correctly, you're in Laguna. Okay, John, where are
Yes.
you from?
I'm from Pasig. I'm in Pasig. I live in
See?
Pasig. Yes.
Oh, are you
Mm.
doing well? I have seen, photos and videos about of Pasig after the storm. Are you doing well?
Yes. Me personally, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The house is
Yes.
made out of cement, so I'm good.
Yeah. Because I was really shocked with everything that I see, and I
Where are
just
you
couldn't
from?
imagine
I'm
it.
sorry.
I'm in Cavite.
Cavite.
Oh, Cavite.
Yeah. Sean is from.
Laguna.
Yeah. And then Nina is from Mindanao. We actually one stream we actually said we are looking for someone who is from Visayas because we have one from Mindanao and we had from Zone, and I'm like we're looking for someone from Visayas. So if any Pinoy writer wants to join in and it's from Visayas, please create an author YouTube channel and join us. So it's like three whole country represent. We have Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We just thought of that idea, and I'm like, yeah, that's a cool way to see it. And who knows, maybe in the future we'll be able to do that. I swear, I was going to ask something.
I do have a question though
Okay,
for
here
you
we go.
guys. So
Yes.
you remembered?
What's the question?
Yeah, you remember the question?
No, not yet. You haven't said
Oh,
it
no.
yet.
Okay, okay. So my question is, do you? So you're a pantser, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sean, are you a pantser, or are you a plotter?
She's a plotter.
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 I'm kind of like both.
Yeah, me
Pantser.
too.
A plancer.
Me too. I start out to plot the the chapters, but along the way it gets chaotic, no?
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, the way you write, do you guys write like nonstop and then don't edit at all, or do you stop and read through again and then you find yourself editing, or you don't do editing and you just keep write, and then when you're done, that's when you edit. I'm just curious how your writing process is.
Go, Sean.
Yeah, it actually depends on my writing. So oftentimes I would just write straight up without stop, and sometimes I would just like read over the draft. Just like it just depends on the book and the project.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
Because Sean's a planter, so it really depends. Mine depends
Yes.
as well because as a pantser, you only know the idea of a book. This is the idea. This
Mm-mm.
is like this is what's gonna happen.
Yes.
I do have this attitude where because as a pantser you have to rewrite. You have to reread what you wrote the other day, so you could everything is in sync.
Mm-hmm.
However, my problem is if I do that, the editor kicks in and then you don't write, you edit.
Yeah.
So what I am teaching myself now is when I reread, I keep a mental note that don't edit, don't.
Mm.
But I still keep like a friction pen or a red pen near me. Just if something really bothers me, just make a note on the side, and then when
Mm-hmm.
you read it all, you know that that's when you implement the edits. But it really depends
Yes.
on the story. I agree. It depends on the
Mm-hmm.
story.
And I couldn't write without an outline.
I wish. I wish I could write with an outline. I
I can,
tried.
yeah,
Yeah, it kind of depends.
I can't also write
I
with
tried.
I can't write without an outline. I
Mm.
need an outline.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't. This is not technically called outlining as a pantser, but before I write a story, it actually starts as like a synopsis or like a short
Yes.
summary. Then just give me like a week, and then the next thing you see is a scene list. This is just a scene of what I know happens. Like this is just a scene of what I know what happens. However, this is just something for me to look at. For example, I'm stuck and I don't know what comes next. This is just like
Mm.
a reference point. But most of the time, I just write, and then when I check the scene list, there are a few scenes that are not here but are in the story. So that's why I have a big word count because I keep on adding stuff that's not planned. That's why I do a lot of drafts.
So I do create
Yes.
outlines. So I did create my outline, and then I start writing, and then it becomes,
Mm.
the chaos kicks in, and then I just want to go anywhere I want to go. And
Yes.
then afterwards, a few chapters in, I would go, so what's next? So I go back to my outline, check my outline. Uh, this didn't happen. These chapters are no longer relevant to what I wrote. So I have to redo the outline again, and then go back to. the chapters, and then it's so on and so forth. So it's I just go back and forth.
Yes.
Very
Well,
chaotic for me.
Mm.
I think that's okay. There are some writers where they do outline, but I just read this in other Facebook writing groups where they have an outline, but they don't exactly stick to it. Like it's
Yes.
not like you're gonna follow it to a T. Like you
Mm.
give yourself room to write. That's what a planter is. I think that's what Sean is. So maybe you are a planter, John. That's a possibility
Yes.
because
Yeah, a
new chapters
hybrid.
are added
Mm.
on an outline.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Okay.
you could be
Mm.
a planter, and that
Yeah.
has its benefits. So yeah, you have your outline, but you still have the freedom to write around everything.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Yes.
me.
That's a
So we're
that's
similar. Yeah.
Cache is in the chat. Um, she says, "I hate I'm not up there already. It's okay. She's actually up. She said the reason why she's up is because maintenance is at her house, and I told her that we're still going to do two sprints, a 25 and a 10. So if she wants to join, then she could join." Victorian asked, "Where in Pasig? Are you from the Philippines, Victorian?
Ooh,
You're not Jim. You're not Jim, are you?"
I am near. I'm really going to say it, no, in public. I am near.
Just
I am.
have a complete
Let's just say
address.
I am along Ortigas Extension. For those who know
Oh.
where Ortigas Extension is,
Mm.
I am along that very
Mm.
long avenue. Yeah.
I'm sure Sean is familiar with that. I am not. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. My parents don't really bring me to Manila when as a child,
Hmm.
really. And
Mm.
my when I went to college, it's in Molino, which is in Bacoor. The only time I ever stepped foot in Manila is because my husband, who when when we didn't have a baby that time, he would bring me to his school in Manila and Iris because he was getting his what do you call that? Transcript of records. Am I right? That in college, yeah, he gets it there. So that's the only time I got there, and that's the first time I rode the train, like the MRT, LRT. The first time I
Hmm.
rode it, I was
Ah.
17. My sister rode it when she was 10 because my dad brought her along to Manila, and I'm like, you're a lucky girl. I rode it myself when I was 17. I would like to ride the train. Like, there's like, is there like a train here that's not MRT and LRT? I know there is one, like a train. Electric fan is too noisy. I'm so sorry. But is there like a train here? Not the MRT or LRT, but like a train. A train?
Train.
What a train? That's a new thing to call it. A train. I don't know how to call it. What do you call it? The Hogwarts train? But yeah, because when I say train, I think of the train in Europe, like with the choo choo and everything. And that's how I see trains.
The steam
Um,
powered.
Yes.
yeah, that's what I want to try maybe in the future. Um, if God will let me, travel and this whole we cannot say certain words. Um, uh, if these disease that must not be named is over, then hopefully we get to travel. I'm sorry, we just their YouTube has their rules in regards to the disease that must not be named. Yeah, we cannot mention that. We cannot mention anything that's
Yeah.
related to that. I just don't understand why we're not allowed to say like we're not allowed to say that term for some reason.
On
Like,
YouTube,
yeah,
probably because YouTube is expecting when you do say that term, that name, they're expecting relevant information about it. I guess that would help, the public. But since it's not, that
Mm.
maybe that's why they flagged it. It's just a theory.
Well, that's a good theory because the bigger channels, like the ones that are monetized already, they really can't say it, and there are like certain words that are related to the disease that must not be named are actually flagged as well. So I really need even the Q word where we're all stuck inside our houses, they can't say it.
Mm,
Mm.
really?
Sarah Sutton
It's
had
sensitive.
a Sarah Sutton had a stream, and then she said like, because she said the Q word, like her ads were limited because she said the word. So that's a lot of there are a lot of rules on YouTube. So and then every time you have to like reread the guidelines just to make sure you don't mess up.
Yeah, I guess YouTube is trying to avoid misleading information to the public. I guess that's why they're strict.
I understand
Yeah.
because there are some who just use it to like their heart's desires to say it.
Yes, because it is trending. Those words
Yeah.
are trending.
Yes.
Okay, so are we ready for our next sprint? Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So our next sprint will start in three, two, one, start. that is time. How did everybody do for that spread? That was a long one.
Yun. Yeah, hi. Haba din, ano? Basta lang. I forgot to put the highlight on there.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I found it. Found it. Found it. I did 435 words.
Oh wow, that's a
I
lot.
got 2 pages
Awesome. How about
in
you,
and
Sean?
finish a chapter.
Mhm.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yes. I stopped brainstorm because something popped into my head. I had to write it down. It's another song. I had to write it down because I'm going to lose it if I don't. And same format of songwriting. It's some kind of a story, based on personal
Are your
experience.
songs in YouTube or no? Not yet.
Not yet. Um, and that's the reason why I because when I joined YouTube, my initial title was author tuber, but because creator tube started, I jumped onto that change because I'm not just an author tuber. I also do booktube and like this my music, and I do traveling writer vlogs where my husband and I would just travel along, and then I started a video of introducing new authors, so you can check them out. And I uploaded one Mobile Legends gameplay on my channel. I just wanted to see how it looks like.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Do you
I
play?
actually play
Do you guys
Marvel
play?
Super War because I am a Marvel fan. I can't seem to relate with the ML world. I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's the age thing. Maybe it's a generation thing. I don't know, but I love Marvel, so that's why I play Marvel Super War. It's similar to Mobile Legends, but in the MCU.
How about you, Sean? You said you play Mobile Legends.
Nope. I'm not much of a gamer, but I play Mario Kart.
Mario.
So, yes, Mario games are fun.
I don't really take Mobile Legends seriously. I
Mm.
just play with it and that's it. I don't take it really seriously. My husband does. He takes it.
I can relate because I am a
Yes.
gamer. That's why I have this kind of headgear. Uh, yeah, they did mostly on console
Mm.
gaming.
Yes.
So a lot
Um.
of role playing games and first
Ah.
person shooters. Yeah.
Mm.
Um. I actually made it a rule not to be on the same team as my husband is because he's a much more advanced player than I am. And there will be times where he gets frustrated because it's like I have a different world within the game. But so far so good. I just don't take it seriously that much, because I also play Wild Rift, and I also play
Yeah.
Arena of Valor. Yeah, I'm just trying different things. I told you I don't take it
Yeah.
seriously. I just
I
play around.
started Wild Rift. I started Wild Rift.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now maybe I just have like 3 games so far.
Mhm.
Just I just wanted to try.
I used to
But
play
right,
Call of
yeah.
Duty and left was it Left 4 Dead? Was it Left 4 Dead? Wait a second. I forgot. Did I say the right
Counter
game?
Strike? Oh,
But is it Left 4? Is it Left 4 Dead? It's a game with zombies. Okay, it's a game with zombies. So yeah, I used to play with that on his laptop as well as Call of Duty. Counter Strike, I cannot. My dad is great with Counter Strike as well as my husband.
Mm.
They're good with that. I wish I could be that good, but nothing beats Tetris.
the brick game.
Not on Facebook, okay? The one where
Ah.
it's like you put the CD in the DVD player and then you play with your
Yeah.
parents. Yeah, that Tetris. Not Tetris, nothing beats that game. It's a collection of games, and I wish I still have that. But I think my dad threw it away, and I'm like, those are the best games. Why would you throw it away? It's because my sisters don't play with it. Only I do. Only I play with it. Because it's interesting. What was the last line you wrote for that sprint? Last line you wrote.
Who, me? I go
Um,
first. Who?
yes, you
Shan.
go
Shan.
first.
Go.
Yeah,
Go,
You
to
go
Nicole.
Shan.
first.
Come on.
You go, Shan. Okay,
Wait,
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
first.
find one. Yes.
I'm gonna go first. Okay, where was I? Okay, last line. They had been Sorry, they had been clawing. Blah, blah, blah. I need more coffee. No, maybe not that line. I kind of have. His spear had been with him since birth, a family heirloom. So that's the last
Oh
line.
wow, that's a nice family
Yes.
heirloom.
Yeah.
So
For me, I could only hear my own heart beating. I wished Adelina isn't really dead. I just hope that she wasn't.
I'm a romance fan, so you give me
I
that
have a
line.
feeling too. I have
Oh my
that
god,
same feeling too. Just kidding.
I love that line. I love it. I'm not sure if
Yes.
well, mine's not really a line. It's just a verse. Just a verse. Um, okay, this is just the very last line that we wrote. The last verse I wrote was, she raised her head, reassured, she said. She's given what was for her, with her family hand in hand. The song is not yet finished. That's just the last line
Mm.
I wrote. Yeah, it's based on my personal experience and how people saw me after I graduated high school. It's hard when people have such high expectations of you, and then you don't meet it, and then
Mm.
suddenly you like fall from grace or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's like people won't give you a chance to bounce back. Don't do that. Don't do that to other people, guys. Come on. Everybody has their chance to prove themselves, and we shouldn't judge them. How many words are your total for the day so far? Sean, I'm not gonna ask you to count because you're handwriting.
Okay. Just let me look.
How many pages are you, Sean, in total for the day?
In total, wait, I'm gonna just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Eight.
8,
It's a 10. I thought you were gonna reach 10. Okay,
8,
she's
That's a lot.
a lot of
8
Um,
pages.
pages.
yeah, 1,276 words.
Yay!
Oh,
Progress is progress, everybody. Progress is
yes.
progress.
Yes.
I haven't totaled mine yet. I just have them listed down here. I don't know. I think I'm at 3,000 for the day, so I'm done for the
Nice.
day. For me, 3,000 is my lowest word goal for a day. My highest would be 5. It's a miracle if I would be able to do 7 or 10. I
Mm.
never won 10K challenges. I only won once.
Yes, one.
And I told myself I'm not gonna do it again. I will not. I will still try, but I will not pressure myself to do it because it takes a lot of brain power to get to
Mm.
10K in 24 hours.
I did five once for a day,
Yeah.
5,000 words.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's rare. For me, that's rare. Like, I don't think
Well,
that's gonna happen ever again. So yeah.
well,
Mm.
if you're a burst writer, that's a possibility. Um, if you're because burst writers are people like they don't write every day, but once they write and they sit down, they just pump out all the words. I'm actually a burst writer, so NaNoWriMo is a challenge for me itself because I don't write every day.
I have a
Writing every day, yeah.
Yes.
yeah, I have a tendency to be a diva when it comes to writing. That I have to have the right music, the right
Mm.
lighting.
Yes,
There should
that's
The
normal.
there should be
ambience.
no
Yes.
people around. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. So yeah, and
that's
I
normal. Okay,
turn
now
my
we're
phone
now
off.
Okay, now we're there. What are your must-haves when you write? Now we're talking about that. John mentioned his must-haves when he writes. What about you, Sean? What
My
are your
outlines, my
of
notebooks, my laptops, and just like the perfect ambience for my writing, for the
what
scene
is your
I'm writing.
what is the perfect ambience for you guys when you write? What's the
Coffee
perfect?
shop.
Yee! Yes.
What?
Yeah.
What's the perfect what?
Coffee shops.
Coffee shop?
Ambience. Yeah, ambience.
Ah. I,
The
Ambience.
I
perfect
don't want to
ambience.
see I don't want to see people. I mean, aside from
Yes.
this is great. This actually helped me a lot. But I don't want to see them, I mean other people aside from writers,
Mm.
to as much as
Mm.
possible I want to be alone. I want I usually turn up fantasy epic music, background music on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yes.
so that
Love that.
just to
Yes.
get me in the mood. Yeah, and
Mm.
a cup of coffee, of course. That's
Yes.
the source of my power. Warm light, warm light. Yeah, that's it. And
Yes.
my computer.
My light
How
right
about
now
you?
is warm. My light right now is warm. It makes me sleepy, but I would like to have maybe a table lamp will work. Ambient, either coffee shop or nature. I am happy with that. I will write in coffee shops before, but I do get
Mm.
distracted, of course,
Yeah,
because
I did try. I thought it was
Oh.
the cool thing to do, but so I went. So I went and I brought my laptop and then I tried to write and then people were looking and then people were talking and then
yeah,
I just couldn't get my
Yeah.
thoughts straight. So it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
I think I got distracted because when I see people in coffee shops, they just have one or two items on the table. But me as a writer, I don't just have my laptop. I have my notebooks. I have my pens. I would literally like bring half of my mini office to the
Mhm.
coffee shop, and people are like staring like, does she have a Mary Poppins bag? Like just keep pulling out items,
Oh, like
and
that bag, the bag of what's that? The Hermione's bag.
the what's in my
Like.
bag, like that
Mm.
kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
the
You
in
just pull
Harry
up your
Potter in her Hermione's bag. Do you remember?
card. Oh yeah,
Uh.
the small pouch. I thought was it a pouch or a bag?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a pouch
Oh
of
yeah,
something.
It's a
I
yeah.
pouch.
forgot what it.
Mm.
Her pouch has a tent. I would love to have that
Yeah,
pouch.
but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just hard, when people keep just staring at you. She keeps pulling out stuff after stuff after stuff, and then you're gonna leave, and then you're gonna put it back in your bag one by one, and you have to make sure that everything's in line. But I don't mind the people, I because sometimes there are coffee shops that have like music, like the jazz, some kind
Jazz
of.
music. Mm.
So, so ever since the deceased must not be named has started, I would play like coffee shop music on YouTube or nature or sometimes
Mm.
because I am a Hufflepuff. My Hogwarts house is Hufflepuff, so it's the common room is a Hufflepuff common room, or sometimes I would put up Disney, but Disney distracts me the most because it becomes a sing along. Sean, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm Hufflepuff.
You're a Huff? You're a Huff. You're a Puff? Yee! She's a Huff.
Yes.
She's a Puff. Okay, but Don, do you have a Hogwarts house?
My
If
favorite,
you,
my favorite
yeah,
one. I'm
yeah.
Ravenclaw.
Ooh.
Oh.
Love that.
Do you think that if you take the sorting test, you will be a Ravenclaw? Is it
I
like a
hope.
sorting?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so because
Mm.
I'm
yeah.
weird.
I
I
once took the
the
test.
reason why I chose
Yeah.
Ravenclaw is because of Luna Lovegood,
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
because she's my favorite character in
Yeah,
the Harry
she's.
Potter series. Yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
her.
Yes.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
she's not afraid to be herself. We love
Yeah,
that kind of person. Yeah.
yeah. That's
I
why
actually
I
thought
want
I
to
was
be
going
in
to be a
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. I actually thought I was going to be in Ravenclaw before I took the test. I thought I was going to be a Ravenclaw. Then after that, I was like, oh, I'm a Hufflepuff. And I didn't know, so I researched everything about Hufflepuffs. I researched like their attitudes, how they act. I'm like, yep, I am a puff. We're sticking with it. And I rarely meet Hufflepuffs because people call Hufflepuffs like weak or something, and I'm like, no, we're not.
I think they're
We
the
just
brainy ones, right?
the brave ones.
The brainy
Well,
ones, the
other brainy
one,
Mm.
ones.
yeah, the nerds, right? The
The brainy,
Hufflepuffs.
the brainy ones are considered to be Ravenclaw, actually.
Oh, Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gryffindor is more on like
Gryffindor.
brave,
Brave.
stuff, and Slytherin's like ambition and stuff like that.
Mm.
And
Ambition is
then
Slytherin.
yeah, and then for Hufflepuffs, when I joined, Facebook groups of Hufflepuffs, they mostly mention food, and I'm like, I'm in the right group. Oh no, but Hufflepuffs are loyal.
Oh,
That's the main
there.
one of the main traits
Yes.
of Hufflepuffs is loyalty. The food comes second, of course, but loyalty is like their main. For example, that Ravenclaw are smart, Gryffindors are brave, Slytherin are ambitious, and Hufflepuffs are loyals. Are loyals?
Mm.
Plural, loyal. So I rarely see a fellow puff. So Sean, I didn't know that you were a puff.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
I will have to take
knew?
the test though.
Mm.
Yeah, you should. And who knows? Maybe you are a puff.
Maybe I
Who
should.
knows? Who knows?
But I'm hoping I'm not.
So there's
Because I really,
variety in history. So
yeah,
there's
I really
variety.
do want to be a
Yes.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah. Um, there's there's also a test for like the American version of Hogwarts, Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny.
Mm.
I can't pronounce the name, but it sounds like that. Have you taken the test yet, Sean? The Ilvermorny. Yeah.
No.
You should, if you guys just want, you should check out like the backstory of the American Hogwarts version. They have their own houses, and how they choose their students, how it was
Mm.
created. I actually like the story. I actually like it. It was the school
Check.
was mentioned, I believe, in the Fantastic Beasts movie. One of
Beast.
one of those movies. Yeah, one of those movies, and people were interested. Also, have you heard of what happened to Johnny Depp? This has become like a
Mm.
yeah. I am not happy with what happened to Johnny Depp. But call me biased. I just don't like what happened to Johnny Depp. Like he got
I don't
removed.
know anything. What happened?
Well,
I
um,
did hear something, but I couldn't figure out what was the real topic.
well, a while
Mm.
back, his recent wife, I'm not sure if they're divorced now, but his recent wife like filed a case of domestic abuse against Johnny Depp,
Oh,
Oh.
and um, Johnny Depp has more proof that the woman was actually the abusive one, not Johnny himself. But I think like recently the favor was in the woman's side, so Johnny Depp lost his job or lost his role in the Fantastic Beasts
yeah,
series,
yeah.
Mm.
That's
and
why.
fans are not happy, and they're also calling out that because the wife's name is Amber Heard, they're calling for her removal from the Aquaman movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
her.
Yes, yeah. The does she have the red? It's like the red hair or something? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
they're
Mm.
asking for her
Oh, siya
removal from
pala.
the movie.
Yeah,
Uh.
that girl.
Yes.
Okay, I
Yeah,
remember.
they're asking her removal from that movie because if they can remove Johnny Depp, then they can remove her from that. And the fans are like they said they will be boycotting the Fantastic Beasts movie. And
That's sad.
I'm not sure yet if he still has his role for the of the Caribbean movies. But with Fantastic Beasts, yeah, he
That's kind of
was.
sad,
It
that
really is.
is really sad because
Mm.
how can one person destroy a lot of uh, potential jobs or opportunities for others to create this film, you
Hmm.
know? and it's just centered around this one person when it's supposed to be a whole community of filmmakers and technical people and creatives who created this universe. I know, yeah, that's why it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the proofs that Johnny Depp has was a picture of him almost losing a finger because
Mm.
Amber got angry and then she threw something at him. I think he tried to defend himself by putting his hand out, and I think his finger was caught in it. Yeah, and most of his ex-wives said that Johnny was never an abusive husband. They never said that he was an abusive husband. They said that he looks like he's a bad guy, but he really
Mm.
isn't in real life. So yeah, I am not happy with that. Maybe it's because I love Johnny Depp too much. And who wouldn't, right? Wait, oh wait, Cache said there's a comment. Takes a long time to load the comments. I'm sorry. I have to write every day. I can't do a lot of things every day, but knowing that I make it my mission to write every day makes me feel like I can win at something. Yes,
Mm.
writing it.
Well said.
Very well said, my big sis. Also, don't forget your breakfast and take your rest as much as you need. Because I have to remind her because she has been working very very hard. Also, if you haven't read her short story, you should probably read it, but don't read it when you're eating. Don't. It's called the Penelope's Curve. I've read it. I didn't read it when I was supposed to read it while eating, but I didn't because I read it before lunch here. But I hesitated eating after I read the story. But yeah, the link, her link to the short story is actually on her Instagram profile. Her Instagram is 50soche. You should guys definitely read it. It's also on Wattpad. It's Penelope's Curve.
Mm.
But that's one of the advice. Don't read it while eating. I agree. Don't. I agree. Don't.
I will check it out.
Yes.
I need the ability to listen to music, even if I don't do it. I need paper and pencil, even with a laptop. Yes, and a
Yes.
candle. Yeah, some writers do use scented candles. If you were a scented candle, what would your scent be? That's the weirdest question I thought of. So, actually, if you're a scented candle, what would you be? I'll just go with it.
Good question. Actually, it's a
Yes.
good question. What would I be?
That actually got me started thinking. Yeah, what would my scent? I have one, but I need to know your answers first. Yushan,
Because
what's
the
your
the first the first the first thing that comes to mind is lavender, because that's the
Lavender.
probably the most universal scented
yeah
candle in the planet, right?
yeah?
So I'm trying to find the different answer. So please go ahead.
Go ahead,
'Cause
Chan.
I
What's
can't
yours?
think of any.
What's yours, Chan?
Vanilla or peppermint and lavender. That's it.
Well, she said lavender, so that's okay,
Yes.
John.
Mm.
She said lavender, so
Okay.
it's okay.
Vanilla, peppermint, and lavender.
That's nice. I suddenly imagine somehow the peppermint smell. That's nice. How about you, John? What's yours?
I honestly don't know.
This was
Coffee.
such a
Oh my God!
topic.
Is there a coffee scented candle?
I'm
Coffee
I'm
would
not
be
sure because
great.
I
Oh,
haven't used the candles yet, but coffee would be nice.
Coffee
yes.
would be awesome. Yeah, coffee it is.
Mine mine would be the weirdest answer. My scent would be the smell of book papers. You're lying if you don't smell it.
Yes,
You
I
don't
love that.
smell a new book.
Yeah, yeah.
You won't be able to
It does
smell a
smell
new
good.
book.
It does smell good. No, no shit. It does smell good.
Yeah, before I read any any physical book, or when there's
Mm.
comics or literally a book, I have to smell the pages. And even each turn, I smell the pages. There's just something about it. the smell of the pages. It's just like
Mm.
take it in.
Yes.
Yeah, fresh books, no, freshly
Mm.
delivered books.
Yeah,
So,
that,
yeah,
Yes. New ones.
yeah, the new ones.
I
Yeah,
don't know. There's just really something about smelling books. I don't find it weird. I once went to the library in
Mm.
school and they caught me smelling like the book. I opened the book that they caught me smelling it. I'm like, why are you smelling it? I was like, it smells good. Try it. Maybe it's us writers and book lovers who just love
Yeah.
smelling freshly printed pages. That's a nice way to put that.
Mm.
Okay, so are we ready for our cool down, or do we want to
yeah.
chat more? Let me know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are there more
Or any,
comments?
or any questions like that? That's a sudden question because Kashay said a candle. I suddenly imagined scented candles.
All
Okay,
right.
what will be the name of your scented candle? If you were scented candle, what's the name of your scented candle?
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't
That's
know.
branding. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answers here. Like, what's the first thing that comes into your head? Just
Mine's just pretty basic vanilla candles.
like, boy, vanilla. Then you put your name under it.
Yes.
Okay, I know what it's. My candle will be called "Leave Me Alone, I'm Sleeping." Coffee scented candle.
Oh, nice.
I
That's
just,
nice.
I'm just, no, it's random, very random. I know, it doesn't
Leave me
make
alone.
sense.
That's
It
me on
doesn't
the
make
weekend.
sense.
On the weekend, it's like, leave me alone. Um, well, I think I'm gonna go with what I said a while ago. Freshly printed. That's gonna be the name of my
Yeah, that's
candle.
Mm.
nice.
Yes.
Freshly printed.
I can see the logo. I can see the logo.
And I suddenly thinking about, well, do people know how to make like the scent of vanilla, peppermint, lavender, coffee, but how do you make the scent of a book? You're gonna melt books too? You're gonna turn into
Yeah,
wax?
that's kind of difficult.
How are you supposed to do that?
Mm.
Okay. So, this is me. What time is it? This is me during. Oh, it's almost 1 a.m. So this is my brain at 1 a.m. Okay.
This is
So
our
let's.
last
This is
sprint,
our
right?
last. This is our
Last
cool.
sprint. Yes.
Yeah. So let us start our cool down sprint in three, two, one, start.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, so that is our cool down sprint. How did
I
everybody
did
do for that one?
235 words. Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Yay.
you?
One page only.
Oh, that is a cool down, so that's okay.
Yes.
I just finished the song and I scrolled through Facebook and I swear I can hear my cat breathing, but I cannot see her. Yeah, because I don't want her going outside now. She's pregnant. That's how protective I am. I can't see her, but I know she's here. So Kashay said in the chat, um, yeah, well, I will remind you. So since still I am awake, I will remind you. Eat your breakfast. Kashay said, if I made a candle, then peanut butter chocolate and brown sugar cookies. Yum.
Ooh.
But if I'm using common candle, wait, let's not talk about food at 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. here. Please don't.
I may eat that candle.
If it's edible, that's a
Yeah.
that's a nice snack. But if I'm using common candles, I go with either lavender or honeysuckle. Lavender. Kashi said she loves the smell of books, and the first thing that she does when she's walking to a bookstore is taking in a big breath. It's immediately relaxing. Yes, I do that in
Yes.
any bookstore. You go to the book section, you just take in all the smell,
Yeah.
Mm.
and and the next thing you know, you're looking for a new book to buy.
Yeah.
That's where your money goes. Either books or like new notebooks and pens and stuff like that.
Mm.
What is okay? What is your reward if you reach your goal this month? What is your reward for yourself? I would like to know. What is your reward for yourself?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Reward? I think I
Yes.
Yeah.
honestly
Mm.
didn't think about it because I feel like if I do finish my manuscript and send it out to the editors, that is reward itself. I mean, but yeah, no seriousness aside. I don't know. Probably I might go to the beach. I don't know. I honestly don't. I haven't thought
Mm.
it through. I might travel a bit wherever possible, if it's even possible.
Well, people do go to the beach these days, either beaches
Yes.
or pools, private pools.
Yeah.
How about you, Sean? What's your reward if you finish your goal this month?
I would buy stationery and my favorite
Oh
books.
yes,
Finally
oh
married.
yes, of course. That's gonna be a
Also the new
reward.
pens.
Oh yes,
Yes.
I am going to get like a new bullet journal at the end of this month,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna buy.
a new set of friction pens. Yes.
Yes.
And if I can still afford it, I'm going to buy a new ribbon for my typewriter. The ink is still there, but it's good
Mm.
to have stocks in your cabinet. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's gonna be my reward. Other than food
Yes.
and
Mm.
going out and going somewhere that's not crowded, that's going to be my reward. I would like to go to Fantasy World actually in Batangas. However, they don't allow it anymore because ever since
Mm.
travel was allowed here,
Yes. Mm.
people tend to forget the rules and what you're supposed to do when you're outside. Like you wear a mask and you wear face shields, and
Mm.
people forget that. We went to the Palace in the Sky. I know that, my dad said that's the former house of Marcos. That's what he said. We went there. My husband and I went there, and a few people, not a few, almost all of them forgot the words social distancing. My husband were like, we're not going there. We're staying here where no one is within an arm's reach of us." And they're just huddled over there. And they're like
Mm.
take, they're taking videos and pictures, and I'm like, I can do that without going through a crowded place, and people just forget it. So
Mm.
yeah, and I'm also trying to be careful as well because we have a baby here, so everything must be extra clean, extra cautious, and even with food. Okay, now I remember. Now I remember what I was supposed to ask. If if you were allowed to write a story that you really want, what would it be? Aside from the story that you're writing right now, like, is there a story that you really want, but for some reason you can't write it now, like because the genre of that story isn't famous right now, or you think if you were allowed to write one story without being judged or no one's gonna get in your way, what would that story be? Go ahead, Sean. What's that story?
No, it's not actually a story, but a genre. It's
Okay, go
nonfiction.
ahead.
Yes,
Oh,
nonfiction.
nonfiction. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Me?
nice. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yes.
Oh, it's still cyberpunk. I still want to write
The
that book.
Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I would like. I think nonfiction is a good genre. I would love to do that one day as well,
Mm.
but I would like to learn the ropes too before I jump into that
yeah.
because and like what John said, it's not easy to
If it's about yourself,
to share your
Yes.
experiences. It's not that
it's
easy.
difficult. It's difficult. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's nonfiction, can also be like if it's something you're really good at. Like for example,
Yes.
if you're a chef
Experience.
and you want to talk,
Mm.
do a cookbook. That's also
Mm.
nonfiction, right?
Yes.
Or your experiences as a chef. That's
Yeah.
also nonfiction.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, depends on the type of nonfiction book you want to write. So
Yes.
do you have an
And
idea?
your
What?
experience.
Nonfiction.
Yeah. Do you already have an idea, Shan, of
Yeah.
what type of nonfiction you want to write?
I think my writing, something about writing, like the story
Mm.
structure of the freaking book.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Nice.
That's a cool
Yes.
idea. Everybody has their own experiences in writing, and I don't think it's wrong to share your
Mm-hmm.
side. As long as you don't proclaim like this is the only way that you're supposed to write a story, then it's fine. You're just
Mm-hmm.
sharing your process
Yes.
rather process. Um, I hope my parents don't hear this, but for me, it's I think it's going to be erotica. When you're in the romance genre, there's a
Yes.
thin line. Okay, there's a thin line. There's a thin line. There's a very thin line
You know
between
what?
that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You can actually write that book, but you
And
can use a pen name, a
yeah, I'm
different
gonna use
pen
a
name.
different name.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mm.
be
there's
using.
an idea for you.
I'm going to. I now have to think of a different way to because I still if I'm going to do like I'm gonna have a different pen name. I would still want it to be like connected to my main pen name, which is the channel name Nicole Marcina.
Nicole
Mm.
Marcina.
Um, and I actually because I had a friend who's actually writing erotica, and she already has a pen name for that, and I'm like, well, what pen name would fit erotica? I really asked myself, what's the perfect pen name for that? I'm like, maybe I'll think about it when I get there. But that's one genre. Then the next would
Mm.
be
I do have
nonfiction.
I do have a follow-up question to your question.
Okay, yeah.
What would be the
Yes.
genre or the type of, let's just say genre. What genre you don't want to write about? That you
You
find
don't
you
want to
have
write about.
no interest whatsoever. Yeah, which genre you don't want to write in? Shan?
Roshan. Roshan.
Erotica. Is the problem for romance authors. struggle with writing erotica.
It really is. Oh boy, it's a good thing none of my. It's a good thing none of my current stories need like a graphic thing to be talked about. That would
Mm,
make it yet. Um. Well, first on my list is anything that's related to my nightmares. Like
Mm.
so that's
mm,
horror, thriller. I can't say paranormal because when you say paranormal these days, it's like
paranormal.
vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. And I'm trying to keep an open mind on that side. And then second would be erotica because of describing certain things and oh boy, oh boy, I salute everyone who can write with a straight face.
Yeah, I'm probably had I'd probably have the same answer. I mean, erotica is I have no interest in it whatsoever. So I'm not gonna write erotica. I'm good,
Yeah.
thank you. So probably what would be the other one? Romance because
Romance.
Mm,
I don't read them, so
yeah. It really
Mm,
depends on
I'm
preference.
open to
yes.
reading them. Actually, I'm open to reading romance novels, but probably I don't think I'm the right person to write such stories.
Mm,
Yeah. That's okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
with the
I haven't
erotica
tried.
thing, it's just but because sometimes of course, when if anyone's watching this in a replay, first of all, I am not shaming anyone on reading fan fiction because I'm a fan fiction lover as well.
Yes.
But I really have to ask you guys, for those who write detailed scenes in a fan fiction story, how do you write it with a straight face? How do you write it down? Like I tried imagining myself writing that scene, and I'm like, yeah, I can. I don't think I can write this.
Well, I think there's a way to make it classy, right? To make it the
Mm,
love scenes classy and
Well,
not.
that's the thing.
eh,
Not many readers would like classy stuff when it comes to
Yeah.
erotic.
I mean, what's the point, right? In doing
E-
erotica if you're gonna
Ever,
keep it clean.
ever since the 50 Shades thing started, everybody just wanted that kind of erotica thing, and
yes.
everybody just want the spanking and choking and the stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yes, yeah. One more thing. Speaking of erotica, have you heard of the 365 Days movie and book series? Have you heard of that?
I heard of it.
You heard of
I
it? And do you
I
have
I
an
just didn't
idea?
watch. Yeah.
I I can see it in the I can see it in Netflix. It's on Netflix, but I haven't
Oh,
actually watched the movie.
don't,
Yeah, I just
don't.
heard it.
I did, and I would like to
Oh
take
my
that
god.
time back. I spent 2 hours of that. Please give me those 2 hours back, please.
Yeah,
No, because I was intrigued. Sorry, I was intrigued
Mm,
because
yeah.
of the review.
There was a lot of news about it, but
Yeah.
didn't really entice me to watch it. This isn't really my thing. I just want
Yeah.
more of a Star Trek Discovery or oh my God, The Queen's Gambit. I love that show.
Take
That
my
was good.
advice. Don't watch the movie. I think I will try and get maybe copies of the trilogy because it's actually a book trilogy like 50 Shades.
mm,
So I tried watching the movie first because people said it was bad, but when it comes to like the tango scenes, I'm gonna call it the tango scenes, they said it was better than 50 Shades. So I'm like, okay,
mm,
let's compare it then. So I rewatched the 50 Shades series, and then I watched this movie, and I was like, the movie has no plot, it doesn't make sense. But the tango scenes are definitely much better. But the story just made Christian Grey look like he's a prince or something. Like because people say when Christian Grey, when it was just Christian Grey, they say Christian Grey was the worst. Try watching this film. You would prefer Christian Grey other than this man here. I'm like, at least Christian Grey has a lot more affections than this one over here. But
Mm.
the actors in real life, when they're being interviewed, they're actually, awesome, wholesome people. It's just
Mm.
the movie. And then I did more research on why the story has no plot. And then it said that the book wasn't really intended to be like a book. Like it was just like a collection of fantasies from the author. That's why it doesn't have
Yes.
any plot.
Mm.
Yeah. But the movie was successful money wise. So the sequels are going to happen, they said.
Oh.
And I saw the synopsis of the next books, and I'm not gonna watch the next movies. No, because she just stays there. Like she falls in love with the guy who kidnaps her.
I cannot relate, but based on what you just said, I am certainly not going to watch it.
Don't. You're just gonna waste your time. Watch something else.
I'd rather talk to my stuffed animals, thank you.
I made my husband watch it. I'm like, you gotta watch this. Watch this with me. I need someone to watch
Mm.
with me. And being a guy, they would laugh about, the scenes. He's a guy. He laughs about the scenes. But then he said, yeah, it didn't make sense. I told you it doesn't make sense. Yeah. He said, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but the scenes are good. The scenes are good, but it doesn't make sense. What do you prefer? And he's like,
Mm.
yeah, I prefer the story than the scenes. I'm like, you and me both. So that's why erotica is something that I would like to dabble in, but it's something that I don't want to dabble in because the descriptions are hard. Because sometimes when you, for example, you describe a certain thing, some people would say that's not how you describe it. So your next
Mm.
question is, well, then how are you supposed to describe it? How are you supposed to say it without sounding, cringy or too much for the readers? Like
Mm.
where's the line? Where's the line? So yeah. Uh, oh gosh, suddenly remember that scene. Stop. And the
Like,
lines are the worst. The lines are the
Yes.
worst. Have you heard of the line, "Are you lost, baby girl?" That line just stuck in my
Yes.
line. What line stuck in my head? I'm like, yep. Just imagine you're a girl and then someone come up to you
Yes.
like, "Are you lost, baby girl?" Like,
Yeah.
go run for your lives.
bye, Felicia.
Bye. See you later. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, that line got me into my brain, and I'm like, if I hear that line one more time, I swear I am going to punch a wall. And then my husband did it the next day. I'm like,
Mhm.
stop, no, no. And he's just teasing me. I mean, he knows when I hate something. He just makes it even worse. But I think that's the part of it.
I'll remember
Okay.
that, so I'll save that for the next stream.
No, please.
Well, not for you, for the others.
Oh,
Just for the
okay.
laugh. Just for the laugh.
Oh, no. I do hope that the other writer friends will be able to join us next week
Yeah.
at same time, same day. So it's 1:20. I can't believe it. Usually when I do these
Yes.
streams on my
1:30.
own, I only do this like for an hour and a half. But it's just me myself. I'm just gonna do it in an
Yes.
hour and a half. But it's nice to have friends over. So yes, it is 1:20 a.m. in the Philippines,
Good
and
morning.
Good
good
morning.
morning. We
Good
live
morning.
in the future. We live in the future. We're not gonna say good night anymore because it's morning our time. I swear, I think I will only have 3 hours of sleep tonight because my body clock wakes up at 4:30 for some reason.
Wow.
So yeah, for some reason. Okay, so would my fellow co-hosts would love to do their outros, say your introductions again, and other announcements that you would like to say. Who would like to go first?
Me again.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is SHANCURTY IGNACIO. I am a YA fantasy and contemporary author. I am also a singer, an author tuber, and an artist. I also do art commissions. I also upload my videos every Wednesdays. You can also check out my website. My Celestial Prophecy trilogy is also available to look in my website, and my free short story is almost available to read this November. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can also follow me on Instagram too. So
I
yeah,
will.
Nice.
I will.
I wish to connect with you.
My turn? Okay.
Yes.
I am John Luke Chica. I am a soon to be self published author. My book is coming in December 2020, and it's called The Shadow Immortals. It is a sci fi and fantasy novel. Um, please follow my website. No, sorry. Please follow my YouTube channel. Why would you follow my website? Visit my website. Visit my website. It's johnlukechica.com. Um, yeah, that's it. So thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
I Everybody has their website figured out. I wish I had my website figured out. uh,
I can help you with that.
Yes.
oh please. And also Sean,
Yes.
send me samples of your art commissions. I would love to work with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, because I'm looking for Filipino designers, art designers. So yeah. Okay, so everyone, I am Nicole Marcina. This is my channel, and this is John. This is SHANCURTY. Thank you for streaming with us. Their social media accounts, and also YouTube channels are in the description, so check them out. Um, since I think John will be the first one to publish a book. I believe once his
Mhm.
book is published, his book links will be in the description, so check that out as well. Um, three of my PROMPTOBER challenges are on my blog, so they're in the description. So if anyone's going to read it, a quick disclaimer: those aren't edited yet. Those are like the raw things. So if you notice any errors, then that's why. My book is actually available on Good Novel and on WATTPAD, so you'd like to read it. It's like an ARC copy because it's not the fully edited version yet. So if you'd like to read it, it's in the description as well. And next week I will be joined again by John and SHANCURTY, and hopefully by the other writing friends who will be joining us as well. Thank you for tuning with us. I can't believe it. We did 3 hours of
3 hours.
streaming. Yeah, this was just me alone. We would just be doing this for just half an hour and a half. I would do all the things in an hour and a half. Okay, so
Yes.
everybody, thank you. Good morning from the
Good morning.
Philippines.
Good morning.
Good evening to other people. Good afternoon to
Yes. Good
others.
afternoon.
And we will see you guys on our next videos and on our next stream. So, bye guys.
Bye.